Welcome. Welcome to another episode of the Follow the Money series that has been going on now. Today is going to be a very exciting topic, and as you're going through my episodes, you see the way I'm structuring things. We start with psychology, and then started to go to see how can we identify zones, and it's building up. I'm sure many of you want to see the end of everything, but you need to understand that we are going in a process, and this is a process that you need to follow for success in Forex. It takes also time for me to upload videos and make videos, because I really need to make sure that I'm delivering quality things. Okay, I just don't want to be like any other YouTube videos that you watch and you don't get much, or there is no structure of things. So my aim, as I say, that sharing my knowledge and sharing it for free, and this is a quality stuff. This is people pay so much money to get information like that. So I apologize for if I'm delaying or stuff, because I'm also trading, and as you know, if you trade, you need to be focused, especially like in the morning times. And today's weekend, so it's a good time to relax and see exactly how I'm developing, what I want to say. But yeah, it takes time to do all these things. As I always say, this will be maybe your end result in searching for Forex. The information there is what you need to be basically to know, okay? Without all the hype, without everything outside. But just bear with me, and things need to be structured this way, and to go through every step the way. Without further ado, let's start. Today's topic is buyers and seller advancement. In the previous topic, we spoke about the battleground and how did you identify the zones on your market, any market. We start from the weekly, we draw our zones, we come down to the 4 hours, we check our zones, and we follow this way. And we identify what are those zones and why is it for, and how can you benefit from them. Today we're gonna go a little bit deeper in the topic, and it's an exciting topic because it's we will show you, it will just complete the whole picture for you. So buyers and seller advancement, what do I mean by that? First, as a risk disclaimer, as always, if you please go through it. Right, let's start. Seller advancement is basically, buyers or seller advancement is when a certain group is breaking out from the zone, okay? And guess what? This is the much anticipated event. All eyes around the globe, all eyes around the world is watching this and getting super excited for it. It's a big event. It's, what gets people moving. what gets people making actions, what gets people, start like paying so much attention to the chart. This moment is like a festival going around the world. Oh, have you seen the USD just broke out from this zone? Have you seen the Aussie just broke out the zone? Have you seen the cable? Oh my god, we just have a breakout. Everyone is super excited about this, okay? And market makers know this very well, okay? So we have an army, or buyers or seller army, advancing from the battle. They are declaring victory from the zone, and everyone is excited around the world. Yeah, it seems like buyers have scored a goal here. Woohoo! Now we know what's happening, We have a clear winner with a clear victory. Good. But, you need to control your emotion a little bit, okay? Don't get so much excited. You are just overreacting sometimes. So, you need to be patient, because guess what? This can happen. And all our lovely breakout traders, they will jump as soon as they see this. They will start buying from here, from here, from here, from here, from here, even from here. And then guess what? Boom. Back to the zone, back to the battleground. This is why I always stress. You need to be patient. You need to see the bigger picture of things. Just remember these two words whenever you are trading. Always be patient. Always have the bigger picture in mind. Always, always, always. So the breakout fall for this false breakout, as you call it, and they are sucked inside, okay, mashed and beaten up inside this zone again. If your stop loss was here, it's taken out. If your stop loss is here, is here, is here, they will even go down to clear all the stops here, just to make sure that there is no one is following. It's a mass destruction for any account. I don't advise breakout trades, and I will never, advise anyone to trade it. There's no point of it. Yeah, bad news. After all the excitement, it ended up not very well. So, hold your horses, relax, okay? Be calm. Be calm. Be slow. The market needs slow people. Not slow in mind, but slow in your actions. Slow. If you are overacting and just like excitement, you cannot control it. Just like relax, okay? Because this is not like a place to be excited for. You need always to be in a steady base. So as I say, breakout are sucked inside this battle again, meshed. And for us, or for me especially, this is not necessarily the victory that I'm looking for. Okay? For me to be a victory that I will be interested in, there are a lot of checklists that I need to go through. Okay? And we'll go through some now. So for me, this is unknown. If this happens, I'm looking, not excited, I'm not entering any position, I'm just like watching what's going on, okay? I need some sort of confirmation that buyers really took on the market, okay? There is certain things that need to happen. So, what confirmation I normally look for? Number one, did the victory took over the opponent territory, the most recent or all, as we always said, like, you know, when I explained previous video, the buyers, they are creating dams while they are going up. They don't go just one shot up and one shot down. The market doesn't work this way. It goes up, create a dam, stops for a minute, take a breather or whatever, and then advance again. Stops again, take a breather, and advance again. Okay? So these are like my confirmation that I always look for. Did the victory took over any other opponent territory? That means where I will explain this on the chart, so you know things will come visual, but it's important that you know understand the concept first. Were there any, if we are an example that the buyers, they are taking over, did they take over any sellers' castles? Okay, this is important. Okay, did they take all of the seller castles? Well, this is strong and good, you know, information as well. Number 2, is the route completely clear for them? I.e., there is any other zones that I need to look for? Okay, we'll explain this in details in short. And third thing, are there any territories on the higher time frame that I need to check? As we say, we always go from the weekly to the 4 hours to the 1 hour. We make sure that we're drawing all the zones on these charts, so we know what move are we thinking, what move can be false move. We expect, you know, buyers or sellers to stop here. They were, you know, if they just stop there like on the edge of the zone, that means that we know this might be a false zone, a false move. And fourth and last thing, did the victorious army, the buyers or seller, starting building dams or castles? This is a very important good tip as well. Will show us what's happening. As I say, if they advance in one leg out of the bloom, this is not telling me much. Okay, but if they start building zones, this is another story. Okay, we will see most of these things in the charts now, but it's important that this is the checklist I go through whenever any advancement happening in the market. And this is what I was explaining. I'll go the first leg here, we make a zone, we came here, quickly came back. There was no zones, there was no any dams here, buyers dams or anything. We just been sucked again down here. But what about this? We came out, we started making a dam. Okay, now the move started to be more real. Okay, we are creating dams to go up, and this is good information and good news for me. Okay, and this is an important tip and is a golden nuggets basically. I did not see this anywhere in YouTube or wherever, and this is, I learned it through a course and through a lot of study as well, where I paid like so much money, you know, for the course basically. So you can test this on your chart. Always we will have, usually, not always, okay, 3 advancement move in any trend. Advancement move, 3 legs up, 3 legs up, and 3 legs down in any down move, downtrend. But take this as you know, as a reference in your mind. You know, This is usually the case, but not necessarily always. Okay, sometimes you will see only 2 advancement leg. Maybe the third you won't be able to see very well. That's the thing. It's objective view, okay? It's not subjective. But if you see 1 leg only, that is a false move. Okay, because at least we will see 2 advancement. 1 advancement, a zone, dam or castle, and then another advancement. Okay, so take this note as an objective thing, but it will help you to assess the situation. Okay, especially when we are reversing from coming down, we are reversing up. We want to see at least 3 advancement down already completed and formed for us to consider that we may be going up now. Okay, taking all the other checklists that I just showed, right? So it's a building blocks, everything need to come together. Okay, this is where you have like high probability setup. Okay, now it's time to go for some charts, and I want to show you something. Okay, here we have the Aussie. We will take Aussie today for explaining. We start always with the weekly chart. We're going down, we're going down. Is just a trend line to show us that, yeah, in case you don't see, we are going down. Okay, and if we draw the zones just quickly to show you what I mean. Sellers going down, creating the first zone, coming back in to test it, going down again. Before they leaving this, they making another zone here, going back to test it, continuing down, and here is another zone. Broke it, came back to test it. This is just, you know, all the time. It's how the market moves basically. Coming down to test it, coming up to test it, coming down, and we're creating a big zone here. Right. So this is the last zone here we created. We broke it, we came back to test it, and we come down. Was a zone here, we broke it, we are testing it, we should be coming down now. Okay, this is a weekly view of this market, of the Aussie. Alright, if we go to the 4 hour, we will see something. And I just want you to notice something here that was made it intentionally, this zone here. Okay, here is a zone here. Okay, came up, almost, you know, testing it, and then we went all the way up. When the market comes back here again, okay, and just before we see this candle, okay, let me actually just like calm down like this. What are you seeing? You're seeing here, you're seeing the market stopping on a zone, buyer zone. Okay, many people will buy here because this is a buy zone, but this is not necessarily the case, because if you just look up this zone here, there is a seller zone, there is a dam, sorry, a castle here. That means the market has no way to go through until it crosses this. This is like a stop. This is a seller stop for the buyers. As much as they want to push, they can't. And ultimately, we pushed so much down. Around 60, 65 pips down. If you are looking at this zone, okay, you are neglecting what's happening all the time here. Alright? This is a very common mistake, by the way. Your eyes are looking at this zone, but not specifically, because most of the people actually look on the left hand side of the chart more than the right hand side of the chart, and many people fall for this mistake. Okay, just looking here, you will say, oh, okay, there's a buy here, there's a buy setup, means my zone here, market went up, they're coming back to test it, so this is my buy zone. But why are you neglecting this is a zone itself, and we are actually going down? Okay, so it's important to see the very current move on the market, especially on the weekly. This is all the weekly, by the way. All this weekly zone is huge, as you can see. We just reversed, tested a very big zone on the weekly. You see, we are just tested this zone on the 4 hour. All right, in the 4 hour, there's some people who are having a very nice uptrend here, but they didn't know that the market will reverse at any time, because we are inside a very big weekly zone. And this is also another mistake that most trader does, because they don't look at the higher time frame and their structures. Okay, so there's two common mistakes that I just said. Now look in the left hand side of the chart much of the time, neglecting what's happening currently. Okay, number one, this is number one. Number two is neglecting the higher time frame, which is the weekly structure. Okay, and this can give you a clue for many things, because market makers, they know that people are really not looking at higher time frames. Most of the people are scalpers, so this is how they treat scalpers. Imagine you are looking at like support to resistance zone in a 15-minute. After all this structure, you will find a mess. They will break it left, right hand side. They will just like create all your zones for you and break it, all of it. That's why it's very important to look at the higher time frame. We came down, broke this aggressively. Unfortunately for the buyers that were willing to come here, they are all gone. And now we are testing this zone again. Alright, this is one of the things that I wanted to explain about zones. There also something I prepared on the EURUSD that I want you to look at. On the EURUSD, I just draw like the normal zones that we had. We had a big move down. We are coming back to test this zone, and we're gonna come down. Normal, okay? Easy peasy. 1 to 3 is like how things move all the time. Of course, the 4 hours, there is like huge trends happening already with these little moves. Alright. And what I wanted to show you is here. You see this area here? Actually, let me just do this here so you see it more. We were in a zone, we broke it, came to test it, created another zone, broke it aggressively. Okay, made a zone in the way, we broke it, came to test it, we go down again. Until now, sellers were the victorious army here. Okay, where is the last stop for the sellers? Let me just zoom in so you can see this, properly. The last zone for the sellers was this zone here, this area. Actually, like this area. Okay, this is still a seller area, seller zone. As much as the buyer pushed so harsh here, we still understand that there is a seller area that they need to go through. Okay, you don't need to do anything in this time because you have no confirmation of what's going on. Yes, you have a buyers coming so strongly with this big 4-hour candle, but still we don't have much information that we need, and you need to go to the checklist as well. Did we create another structure? Did we create another zone when the buyer came up? Actually, before the initiated move happened, there was a buyer zone here already happening. Okay, they created something, they accumulated something, as Wyckoff says, accumulation, distribution. This is an area where there is an accumulated position. Okay, a move initiated from this area, came back to test it. Okay, now we have more information. There is a very calculated move going on, but we are not 100% sure, because for us to consider it 100%, we need to make sure that there is a territory of the sellers being taken out by the buyers. Okay, and when this event happen, I will be jumping all over this bad boy. Okay, but it's important for me that I see a zone, a recent zone from the buyers being taken out, from the sellers is being taken out. So until now, yeah, half of my checklist has been achieved. There is building up zones, the buyers to come up, but still the territory need to be taken out. And guess what? And this time, market makers knows very well that people are watching this, so they try to hide it as much as they can, because there is a lot of sellers here. There is a lot of fight here going on, There is a lot of fighting. The sellers doesn't want to let go of their zone. This is the last resort for them. So they will not give up easily as well, especially they are coming strong. You see how strong they are, like big candle down. So when we declare victory, until now this candle doesn't say anything. This candle still like, the fight. This candle even come down straight away. Again, this candle, we're talking about 4 hours candle, 4-hour fight going on. But it tells you that, yeah, the buyers doesn't want to let go as well, Seller pushing them down, but the buyers are not letting go. Seller pushing them down, buyers are letting go. So they are also creating some sort of a zone here. It's a very good news as well. They are keep building up. And in this candle we have a winner. Buyers took over this zone. Now it's become a buyer's market. That's a good news, and this is where I will be looking for buys in this market. And as you can see, if you be looking for buys, you will be taking the whole trend from its beginning around 200 points. Just small things that tips that shows you what the power of achieving analysis this way. So when I will be a little bit cautious, when we will be approaching another zone of the sellers, okay, and they took over this in here, all right. But what about this? What about this? That will be maybe my usual like if I have like you know, one lot, I will take, you know, maybe 25% of it, 50%, whatever I feel. I don't have competition with anyone, or you know, wherever I like, you know, wherever I feel like I'm done today, I'm just gonna take some, you know, out of the table, and I will leave some with break even at this moment. Okay, then they came to this zone, and as you can see, there's a reaction here happening. They couldn't get past to it. You start looking, okay, what's going on here now? What's going on? Are the sellers? Because guess what? The sellers can even come from here again. Okay, this is their second zone. Okay, they still have army here. You need to understand. They still have soldiers here. Yeah, they can even fight more here. But if they lost as well here, oh, that will be their, you know. There's not the final step. We will go through the final step yet. It is not yet the final step. So, as you see, they start pushing with this candle going down, but guess what? Buyers were already advancing with their army, because the moves, okay, they built the, you know, their dams and castle for pushes inside. Let me just clear this zone so we don't have a lot of zone here. And there will be another zone, but anyway, we're not looking at this now. So they pushed away here, okay, but not yet breaking the seller loss zone or briefing zone, and we're still waiting. Is it going to reverse? Are they gonna lose as well this battle or not? And this candle here become a winner for us. They tell us that, okay, buyers are still strong. They took over one here. Let me just put that here. One. Oh, come on. You know, MetaTrader is very outdated, but I like it. You know, most people use Trading View and stuff, but I'm okay with MetaTrader. It gives me what I need, and it's not bad. All right. So we took out this with this, and we came into this zone. We now take it out with this candle. It's a big victory. Now, when was the last zone built? It was here for the buyers. So we're expecting some sort of retracement to this zone here, and then when we're gonna, you know, look for another buys. Okay. So far so good. We are going deep, but guess what? When we actually broke this last zone, we had a seller zone again here on the left, and as you can see, there was a reaction even to it. It's a big zone, but let me just do it this way so we see at least majority of it. And as you see, we had a reaction to it. Every time they are coming near to the opposite army zone, there will be reaction. There will be sellers. There will be the other, you know, open the other direction, you know, move. There is the other direction move comes down, but buyers are strong, isn't it? That's how they broke 1, 2, isn't it? So they have their armies there and there. So when the move comes down, the army is still there. We're gonna push you forward. Don't worry about us. We will support you. Okay. And the push here is like, you know when the when an army in a battle, you know, and they coming, you know, to their like station to get more like food or feed, you know, like you know, weapons, and just to be more stronger, you know, to charge their power. You know what I mean? So they come down to charge their power here. Okay. They're charging their power, and as you can see, boy, that was a power, yeah, and the power is just exploding in the opposite direction, and we reached it to the last resort. Let me, if I name that, where is my tool? Is it here? Yeah, and here is number 3. this is the last resort from the seller, خلاص, you know, like that's it. There is nothing more that they can do. You know, that's it. They lose this, there is no any sellers in the market now. It's like a pure buyer market, you know. They lose this, that's it. And sellers, they have no mercy on them. The buyers doesn't have no mercy on them. They broke them, and with this candle exactly broke, like this candle close on the top of the level. If you don't see it, let me just put, you know, line for you. Look, where is this candle close? It's very important, you know, all these things on the top of levels. We have any more sellers actually here? Let me just go a little bit left. Not really, like from very old dated here. Maybe we have a zone here, but this is just going, you know, very back. We're looking just like the most recent battle, so we understand, because the higher time frame will give us the more like stronger or the bigger picture of the battles, you know. So with this, we broke over the, you know, the battle. You can buy here as much as you like. Take in consideration that we have no, this is where I say this is now a clear way for the buyers. There is nothing here to interrupt them. There is nothing in the left to interrupt anyone. And as you can see, the candles are just moving and moving and moving strongly, you know, like pushing. There is nothing. There is no any opposite power that is fighting with them. They are just pushing. And until we come here, this is just like 1,000. Only this leg is, you know, 100 bip move. And we reach to the weekly zone in the top here. Now when you really need to pay attention to, and when you really, you know, if you didn't take profit here, you must take all your profit here, because you don't understand, you don't know. The weekly structure is a heavy structure, okay? It's very hard to go through it. It will take at least a long time to go through it. But with this understanding, with all the checklists that we have, we understand what move is it, and, you know, how to anticipate moves and stuff like that. It's powerful stuff. This is a very powerful stuff. It's just tell you like what is the story of the market and how things going. One thing that I want you also to talk about the 3-leg move that I mentioned earlier. Shall we count? Shall we start counting? Okay. Shall we count this as a 1 leg? Here. Let me just remove this just to make sure that we remove all the zones now. We don't need them. Yeah, we're done drawing the zones. We understood what exactly we need and all this thing. Here we go. Shall we start counting the zones? The advancement, sorry. This is not, I'm not going to call this an advancement, this leg here, because we are still not advancing. Alright, we are not yet advancing. We're still under the seller zone. You know, we didn't advance. Okay, let's see. Alright, from this leg, shall we say this is an advancement? Yes, it is an advancement. Okay, 1. Yeah, let's get this one, put it here. And another zone. Hope. Shall we say this is an advancement? I'm sure it is advancement. Here it is a 2. And shall we say this is an advancement? Oh, there's no question about that. Is a 3rd. What do you see, guys? 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, move. Okay. After the 3rd move, we have the weekly zone that we will take profit. You know, we'll be cautious or, you know, off. But guess what? We also have another thing that tell us alerts that tell us, okay, expect now that we are going, you know, like we go in the opposite direction. 1 to 3 moves. Okay. That's it, guys. That's the we're still going through like the episodes course. You know, there will be another episode coming next week, I guess, planned, and we will talk about the concept of the equilibrium. Okay, and it's very interesting concept, but this information I'm giving you here for free, but guess what, many people pays a lot of money for it. So please help me to make this movement, okay? Please help me to share this video, subscribe to this channel. I want to make sure that my word is going all over the world, okay? There is many people who are just like being pressured by a certain, you know, guru to buy their course, or there is many people who want to learn but they don't find anything on the internet for free. I was like that. You know, the information I'm giving you here, I didn't find it anywhere in YouTube. You know, it's not anywhere in YouTube, and it's normally like what people sells, you know. So share, comment, let me know what you think, let me know how you use this information, ask me question. I'm, you know, I'm helpful. I can, you know, answer any question. You know, I'm trading in the morning, but if there's any question that you guys have, let me know. Anything else, like, you know, let me know how do you use this information. Was this beneficial for you? If there is any other topic that you want me to cover, let me know as well. And stay tuned in this channel. We will share some golden nuggets here, and I don't see it anywhere in the, you know, the whole internet for free like that. So that's it, guys, for me. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.